Just testing this. What's going on? I'm testing this Streamyard, trying to see if you guys can hear me. I want to try to do my first live soon, so I'm just tuning up my camera and my lights. What does that look like? All right. My phone, I'm able to see stuff on there. That way, if I can't see the screen, is good. So that'll work. Is anybody online? I think I made this public just to test it. Let's see. Do, re, mi. Yes, it's live. I'm testing my camera. Haven't been live on here before other than just doing shorts. So got my webcam working. Wanted to try to test it. Can you hear me? So just testing. Send a comment if you can hear what I'm saying. What's going on out there? I think this setup will work. My phone camera is probably better, but the laptop gives me the ability to see the comments and everything better. Either way. What do you guys, anybody out there? It's funny. It looks like it's about a 10-second delay based on my camera here and the live I'm looking at on my phone. As Brent Musburger said, you are looking live. Probably going to do an interview with somebody soon, and I wanted to get my camera set up. So, what's going on? What's up, world?
So I can't text, but yeah, if I'm around there, hit me up. I'll jump on there with you. Just
What's going on? This setup might work. I think it looks pretty good on my screen. I don't know. What do you guys think? If anybody's out there, can you hear me on this mic? This is the most comfortable. My Windows mic sounded like garbage in my other test that I did private. This one sounds okay. Hey, what's up? Can you hear me on this microphone? This is just me testing. So when I start going live, I'm trying to do some tests. This is using my webcam on my laptop. So let me know. Can you hear it? I was just hoping one person would drop in while I was doing this so I could test my microphone. I think the camera works now. Had some trouble with it. I'm not sure exactly why I wasn't connecting to Streamyard at first, but it seems to be working now. Going to be doing some lives in the future. So this was just like my first test. Favorite scary movie go? It's probably not so scary, but my favorite horror movies and top two movies that I love are Jaws #1, Halloween 1978 #2. So I'll go with either one of those. Cool, I appreciate it. Like I said, this was mainly just to do a test. I've got Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions that did the Roseblood live stream. Fan film for Friday 13th. He and I have been chatting, and he wants to come on the channel for me to do an interview with him. And I hadn't tested any of my cameras. I couldn't get my webcam, the loose one, separate one, to connect to StreamYard for some reason. But my laptop, when I ended up getting it to work finally, so might start doing some live streams. I want to build up the channel. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers. So What you guys up to today? I'm actually off work this week, so this is took the advantage of testing this stuff out. So my favorite movies are Jaws and Halloween, 1978. Those are scary, I guess. So that was my choices. What's your choices? Bueller. Bueller. Like I said, I didn't expect anybody to pop on. This is a test, so but I thought it was kind of cool that if somebody did, and I could test the microphone and my camera and everything. So, um, what's anybody up to today? I was hoping Peter would jump on here and test this thing for me. Oh, hey, let's see. He says he's online, so maybe I'll do a quick test. We'll see. No. Hopefully, if he got on here, I better hear him. That's only the last test I need to do is to be able to hear somebody on my end speaking. I'm going to send him the link. So let's see. Anybody on here? Send me a chat down below. Let me see it. Make sure somebody's going to be here when he gets online. Oops. Let's see. All right, well, he read my message, so if anybody's out there, I'm going to have Peter Anthony come on. We're just going to do a quick little test. I'm planning on interviewing him. He's the creator of Roseblood, the Friday the 13th fan film. Probably going to be my first live stream as far as a live interview. So this was more of a test for him. I was going to do it private, but I went ahead and left it public so you guys could come on if anybody wanted to join in and say anything. Somebody mentioned favorite horror movie, scary movies. My favorite two movies are Jaws and Halloween 1978, so I'm going to use those as my picks. What do you guys think? Does anybody like those Friday the 13th movies? I really love 6 and 7. So if he's able to come on and do an interview later, that would be sweet. Just a quick test. So what's up, everybody? I got a Dollar Tree box. I actually purchased one of the YouTubers' Dollar Tree haul because I wanted to have some content to record this week while I was on vacation. So maybe I'll do a live stream of that one night this week and show all of the Dollar Tree movies that I got. Anybody into that? What do you guys want to chat about? Hopefully he can come on board here in a few minutes. I sent him a link. And we can do the final test. It would just be me testing external, make sure I can hear. It says I got 5 people watching. So chime in. Who's out there? What you guys doing today? Is everybody off from work? Well, there's the live link on YouTube. Cuz is wasting money. Says he could hear me loud and clear, so that's good. Other than going live with a couple shorts, I wanted to do an actual live test, just to see, make sure it was going to sound okay. So I guess you guys are just being quiet today. Of all the Friday the 13th films, if anybody's out there, which one's your favorite? Of course I do. Peter Anthony says he might try to jump on here real quick. Let's see what we got. Peter Anthony is your cousin? Really? That's cool. I've never actually talked to him live, but I've been chatting with him quite a bit. He's an awesome guy. All right, well. Well, I can't hear you for some reason. Hold on one second. You there? Can you hear me? Okay.
How about now?
Hey, I heard you.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's going on, man?
It's good to finally talk to you.
You too, dude. I was like, is my connection fucked up? And then I'm like, no, that's an 8-bit Mario on his shirt.
Yeah, it is. I did a movie review this morning wearing it, so I posted that, and I just haven't changed shirts. So
cool. Where are you from?
Review Virginia.
I was gonna say, yeah, little twang.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that a lot, but that was one of the things that when I was younger, it stopped me from doing this kind of stuff.
Why? Everyone's. I mean, I'm sure to you guys, I sound different, so it's just the way it is.
Not really. The reason why is when I was in college, I got made fun of a lot because of that.
Yeah, but you're from Virginia. There had to be other people, no?
Yeah, but I went to Northern Virginia, like near Fredericksburg, and that's more near Washington, D.C. area.
Yeah.
So it was very few people from the South that went there. So I was really, I said that, I think, in one of my intro videos a long time ago. That was one of the things that kind of made me hesitant of going on, online. But I'm far away from that now. I'm past all that. So.
The Amos Effects team is from West Virginia.
No, really?
Yeah, the guy. They don't have any accent though. It's weird.
I don't know.
And then my buddy Cody, who was the cosplay guy during my premiere. You see all the Jason pictures from the premiere.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from Tennessee, and he definitely has an accent.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my I think mine is not quite as bad as some of the other people around here, but
very little. You know, it's weird. So I went to school too, and then they were like, someone's like, well, everyone thinks somebody has an accent, and this was a teacher's point to me. So he's like, yeah, well, I'm from Connecticut. He's like, Connecticut and Ohio don't have accents in the whole country, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm sure the South thinks I sound weird or whatever. He goes, no, Peter. He goes, go on channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, channel whatever. He goes, everybody talks like you, right? I'm like, you're right. And he's like, the head of all the shows, the head of Monday Night Football. No. I'm like, you're right. And now he's like, you rarely see somebody with an accent. And he's like, yeah. There's like, yeah. I was like, wow. Now that he said it like that, I guess that's the way they want people to speak. I don't fucking know. But I've never heard that point before. Now you think about it, I never really hear a Southern accent guy on a major channel, right?
yeah, well, you know, you got a few randomly that pop up on ESPN doing NASCAR and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But like the leads, I'm saying.
No,
like
I agree.
And, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, I never thought about it like that before.
Yeah, when I was younger, like I said, it used to be kind of a stigma to me. I thought about that kind of stuff, and once I started moving up in the company that I work for, and I even had a couple people from higher ups from other, you know, where I'm talking like VPs and presidents of companies that made comments about it or whatever. But I find that people that, you know, that truly matter and that really care about what you do, they don't look at that kind of stuff.
I'm in high end sales, so if intelligence isn't limited to the way someone speaks, that's the problem.
Exactly.
They think that because somebody has sounds different that they're dumb. That's not true. That's like somebody coming from another country and they can't speak English, so they seem dumb to you, yet they have a PhD or a doctorate in something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if I thought about that, I mean, I wouldn't have half people that work for me. I mean, I don't think about any of that. It's all about their talent and what they can do for the team. So it's sometimes small-minded people think that way, and it took me a while to move past that. And once I got the support of the people that work for me, and I noticed they didn't care about that stuff, I stopped worrying about it.
I'm like fascinated with accents. I like studied it and stuff. So if you notice it, it's vowels that are the accent. How you extend or not extend or draw out a vowel is really how your accents occur. There's so many more things. So if you're 11 years old, you 100% will never, you can 100% lose your accent if you come from another country. Same as 12, same as 13. If you're 14, you have a 50-50 chance of losing your accent no matter what country you're from. And if you're 15, you'll never lose it.
Is it just from like brain development or something?
Yes. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger came here when he was 17. He's been here 60 fucking years. And he can't. I
didn't think about that. That's true.
Yeah, so it's something.
He's only around.
Yeah, and they got the ages down. Because I know a girl who's 14 who came from Poland, and some words she says, but some words she doesn't, and that's that 8. The 14 they said is the in between. I'm like fascinated by that with the brain, you know.
Yeah. Well, shit, I'm doomed because I'm like from this area my whole life, and I just turned 50 years old, so I'm not gonna be losing it.
Well, then I used to play Friday the 13th the game, and we would play a lot of guys from England. And I remember like guys on my team like, oh, they got a funny accent. I'm like, dude, they created the language. If anything, we have the accent. You know?
I always thought it was funny how British people can lose the accent so easily.
When they sing,
exactly.
Yeah.
I had somebody that I hired who worked contracted for me for about a year, and he was from England, and randomly he would come in and just drop it on purpose to fuck with my mind a little bit. And and I was just amazed that he was able to do that.
My boss is from England, one of my old boss, but he was born here and then went to England and served in the military, then left England, came here. So, and he's part Irish too. So it never comes out, but if he drinks or gets real pissed off, it comes out a little bit. I noticed that. Is they fucking talking to me? True. You know, you talking to me? I was like, what's that?
Where are you from originally?
Connecticut my whole life.
Okay.
My mom was born in Cuba. My dad was born in Italy, and they met in New York.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm half Cuban, half Italian. That's where the attitude comes from, I guess.
No, I'm literally living, like one town over from where I was born. So.
Oh, okay. And what are you, English background?
Yeah, I mean, I think my family originally, the name comes from Germany. But yeah, I mean, most of my immediate family, everybody was born in America. So
Right.
my grandfather was a farmer his whole life. So I've
Yeah.
lived out in the country for most of my life, and got to the point to where my love of movies got me online, and I started watching a lot of YouTube a couple years ago, and I was like, man, there is no reason that I couldn't at least try to do that. So
I love that attitude. So, dude, just imagine me. I don't even know. I still don't know how to turn on a camera. I never wrote. I never produced before. I never did anything. And I was like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it better than anyone I know. And I'm going to get all the actors I want. And I'm going to bring in all the storylines I always wanted to see fulfilled, you know, like Duke, so on and so forth. And I'm going to put it all together, and I'm going to have everyone believe in it. And we're going to do it. And we're going to do it in 110 days. And then we'll release it the same year, you know, 6 months after we shot it. And everyone's like, you won't never do that. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to work hard, you'll do it.
Especially in the middle of, you know, what's going on with the virus and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
And that was in March, which was even more like heightened.
Well, if you're still willing to do it, like I said, I'd rather do this official maybe one night. I can get you on here and we can talk about the movie. I don't want to like ruin any questions I can think of right now, but
no, I know you got a bunch of them probably, right?
Yeah, well, I was so impressed with it because I'll go ahead and tell you this right now, and we can even talk about it then when we do it officially. But my favorite Friday the 13th movie for some reason was always Part 6. I think it was the first one I saw in theaters.
Yep.
And obviously 6 and 7 kind of go hand in hand. And it's, you know, the zombie Jason. And that was my favorite. So that was what kind of drew me to seeing your promotional material online, is when I saw the, you know, continuation of Part 7. Exactly. I was like, that's especially Kane Hodder. I mean, he's obviously, I think, the best Jason, but I mean, you guys did a good job of incorporating that look and everything into the movie. So yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw you guys doing it, I was jazzed about seeing it.
Yeah, I just feel like it was so you know, because some people give me heat because there's not enough Jason in it, and when I wrote it, we knew that. I mean, I wrote it that way. Obviously, he only comes in at the end, you know.
Exactly.
So I said, this is the heat I'm going to take, because everybody does the same shit all the time in the woods with Jason. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love it. I'm looking at my house, but I'm like, I got to do something different, because we actually have a story here, you know, like Tina and Nick, and like I always said, if she ever got caught, she wouldn't just go home. You know what I'm saying? She's got all kinds of files on her, and the military would try to use her. And then I was like, oh, Jason X is a military facility. And I started like filling all those things in. So I knew that some people who just want to see Jason slaughter people would be like, hey, I wish I saw Jason earlier. But most of those people, they even admit when Jason does come, it's fucking balls to the wall.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, you probably, my review, I wouldn't say it was a negative, but that was the one wish I had, is he would have shown up a little earlier. But like I said, it was pretty damn impactful when he did show up. So
yeah, just like when Rose dies, people go, I see people watch along, like, no.
Exactly.
You know, if I just did 10 hippies smoking weed in camps, you're not going to care when that person dies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I know, mad respect for that. I mean, I've, you know, read when watching your videos and your interviews and stuff, just, you know, what you did about getting the thing, you know, going, especially during a time like this. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, thanks. And the Duke too. Some people don't. Most people like the Duke. Some people say his acting was not great. Some people say it was great. You got to remember, all these people are fans. I only have like 3 real actors. You know.
Well, go back and watch Part 9. I mean, his little acting in that was a little bit over the top anyway. So I mean,
right. This whole movie's over the top. Somebody was like, well, the general's laugh was kind of like crazy. I'm like, dude, my name is General Brackbauer. I have an eye patch. I have a red light on me. I'm laughing. The fast team has posters of Rambo and shit on the wall. Their names are Cutter and Stryker. Like, exactly. What part did you get that we were going over?
Well, that was like the good shit. It was like I was watching, you know, like a Chuck Norris movie from the 80s, you know, as far as the way the military was portrayed in there.
Yeah.
But that's what you were getting. I mean, you wanted to go to get that feel of it was back in that time period.
100%. That's why the Enter the Dragon posters on the wall and
exactly
and all that. I mean, it's obvious we were going that way. Just the way they talk, the bravado, the machismo, the general with the cigar. It was total 80s, you know.
Man, that was perfect part for you. So
yeah, thanks. Because how often? Because if you went to do a serious movie like that, you'd be laughed out of town.
Exactly.
But if I stayed in that 80s over the top shit, that Predator team kind of thing, it could work.
Well, you know, that's the trouble with most of these fan films. They think they got to be so serious, and it's they got to just mimic exactly what they saw.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why most of them are not very good.
And I think Rosebud has a good blend. You got some comedy, you got some over the top, but then when the main story happens to the main people, you care.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's what I hoped at least. But it seemed
Well,
to work
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you pushing me to try to get this going because the old laptop I had was terrible, and I knew when I tested it a couple months ago that it wasn't going to work. So when
You
I
know how
got
to
this
take
one,
comments and throw them in? Watch. So if you, I can't see it on my end, but on comments, you can click it and do something, and it'll put it on the bottom for you.
there you go. Your cousin is on there. Is that really your cousin?
No, who's Tyler B?
I don't know, but he come up there and said Peter Anthony's my cousin. So it must be some other guy named Peter Anthony.
But so you can take my comment and throw it. All right, just because you were testing it, right?
Yep. Did you put a comment on there?
Yeah.
It didn't show.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe because I'm in your. Well, let me go to comments. Oh, there's people. We're live right now.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I accidentally put it on there. I was going to do it private, and then I said a couple of guys that I knew were online, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just throw it."
Oh, I only sent it in private chat. I don't know how to.
Okay.
I guess I can't.
I see it. I see it popped up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like I said, I didn't tell you. I apologize for that.
It's all right. I didn't say anything crazy.
I only planned on being on here for a minute or two. I didn't plan on just chatting with you, but
thank God I didn't go on some political rant or something.
Oh well, if you'd done that, I would have told you as soon as I got into that. But either way,
cool. Yeah.
But I was testing it out on my phone so I could see, because I was worried if my headset didn't work, how was I going to hear what you said? So I went in and got my phone up at the same time so I could at least see the chat messages easy. But I think this will work. Pretty decent setup.
You can mess with this too. Like I just did it myself, but there's like, if you go to the edit screen, you can have a waiting screen. You can make it so there's a background for you. There's like a bunch of stuff you can do. Just mess with it.
Yeah, one of the things I did, look, I created that for whenever we actually do it.
There you go.
So you're all right with that?
Yeah. I like your little logo thing there with the little.
Yeah.
So what is that? Are you a wrestling fan, like the luchador thing?
Yes. If you go back and watch some of my content, that's why I created like the pop culture guy, because everybody at work was like, man, you know everything about movies, television, and everything. So, but I was really into wrestling when I was younger, and I kind of got out of it. But one of the mystery boxes that somebody sent me a while back had a luchador mask in it, and the design on it kind of reminded me of a hockey mask. And so I was out somewhere and I found this hat, and somebody told me, they were like, man, that looks like the old school, like reporters type hats. So when I started wearing it in my videos, right at the very beginning, I kind of like did a hybrid of everything that I like. So that's like the reporter. It's like a Jason mask, and it's got the luchador print on the front of it.
I got it. And now it makes sense, 316 in your name for wrestling. I totally.
Yeah, well, that's always been my online handle, and I've got friends that knew me by that. I was going to drop it, but it's ever since I've got my very first internet account, everything's been Jeffman316 or Jeffman316. So everybody that I know, I kind of figured it would be easy for them to find me at first if I left that.
Yeah.
So you should see some of the crazy names of people that comment on my posts. So I was like, why not just keep it? Sounds kind of cool.
Cool. So did you give me a date of when you want to do it? I forget.
Whenever. Yeah, I was going to ask you whenever you're free. Like I said, I'm off all this weekend and into the weekend all the way to Monday. So
Saturday we do a live watch along with Darcy, the mail girl.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet. I love her. Yeah, she's great.
Sweet. She was in Vengeance.
Yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah. So then I was talking to her. She's like, I want to do a live watch along. I'm like, hell yeah. You only have 20 million viewers. So
great.
So we're gonna do that Saturday. Friday, I think I'm on a podcast, but Thursday or Sunday or whatever, let me know.
Maybe we'll do a Sunday.
Yeah. 1 to 4 is the Dolphins. So anytime before or after that.
Where are you right now?
Connecticut, but I'm a huge Miami Dolphin fan. Look.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Dallas
I was
Cowboy fan, so
I was in Miami a month ago when they played the Giants. Me and my dad went down.
that's cool. Yeah. Mad respect, for the Dolphins. I used to, when I was growing up, love Dan Marino myself. So
Yeah. I had friends that were Jets fans and shit. They're like, "Hey, man, I don't like the team, but I love watching Marino." I was like,
long as you're not a Washington football team guy, we'll get along. So
no, they got smoked.
oh yeah, I know. My dad and I have been Cowboys fans ever since I've been watching football. So that was very enjoyable.
That was like a video game, dude. They go up like, was it 35, nothing or 40, and then they're like, okay, they're gonna punt. They block the fucking punt
I
and they
know.
score. I'm like, man, it was like almost like you almost wanted to throw in the towel at one point.
Dak's the first quarterback to throw a touchdown pass to a tight end, a wide receiver, and I think a lineman in the same game.
Oh wow. Wow.
So that was pretty amazing.
The Dolphins did it 3 times this year. Last week, 4 different linemen caught a touchdown, I think.
Yeah, everybody's using them as tight ends now on those special plays.
They were
so
poor.
Cool.
The thing is, he fires off, right? I played ball. He fires off. He hits the first guy. He goes like this. You're on defense. You're no longer looking at him. It's on the goal line. You got to pay attention.
Man, all he's doing is chipping if they don't realize it.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he just rolls out and then you're screwed, Still
got to be pretty nimble to get out there to separate like that. So, I mean, those guys are they're so athletic now.
Oh, they're
even
insane,
the big guys.
The guy a couple of years ago, 6'7", 315, ran a 4.740. I was like,
wow, holy crap.
Yeah. It's like, imagine that guy. So he's getting full board. He's running a 4.7, 315 pounds of muscle, 6'7". He lowers his head and shoulders. You're going backwards because he ain't going backwards. You have no, especially like a corner trying to come up to make a play. You got no chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I don't want to keep you too long. Like I said, this was more like a test. Seems like it worked. So I'll leave everything set up like this and I'll send you a message, make sure that's going to work as far as, so you said any time after the game, maybe later in the evening.
Yeah, let's say because sometimes it goes to 4:30 and then I get home like 6 o'clock on was perfect.
Okay, yeah, and I won't keep you too long, but like I said, I appreciate you offering that and coming on here just to be my first kind of test at an interview there.
No problem, man. I'll talk to you Sunday.
All right, appreciate it, man.
See you.
Thanks a lot. All right.